Hello everyone, I am just home from my very first day teaching. If you don't know, I am in college at the minute and I'm studying to be a secondary school teacher, so that's the equivalent of like a high school teacher, and I'm studying English and religion. I'm not very into religion, but it just happened to be on the course, and most secondary school teachers teach more than one subject, so it just kind of worked out like that. But I'm only in my first year, so I'm 23, but I only just went back to college. And because it's first year, we're doing teaching practice, but we're doing it in a primary school. So the kids that we're teaching are about 11 or 12 years old. So I'm just back from my very first day, and yeah, it went really, really well. So I'm really ecstatic about that. And I really wanted to film a video because I'm expecting post today, and it didn't come. And I had been expecting to come home today and to film a video of the stuff that I'm getting in the mail, which I'll just leave it till my next video to show you, so hopefully you'll be here tomorrow. But I was really in the mood to do a video then after expecting to do it, so I'm gonna just do an MUA haul. So MUA is like a drugstore brand that are really super cheap. They're an English company. I'm not too sure of their availability in the US, so do let me know down below what the story is. Basically, I've been hearing a lot of good things about them, and all of their products, well not all of them, but a lot of their products sell for £1 sterling or like €1 something, so it's really super cheap, and that's kind of why I never bought anything from them before, was because I kept thinking it was too good to be true. And just before Christmas they were doing a 40% off sale, so I picked up a load of stuff on the website because I decided I was going to give them a try, and I had heard really good things. And 40% off, like everything being £1, I was like, it's ridiculous. So I picked up quite a lot of stuff, so I'm going to show you now. I have had a good chance to play with everything, so I can give you a bit of an opinion as well, and I've reviewed some of it on my blog already, and I will review the rest when I can. So I started off with some eyeshadows, the single eyeshadows. So these all retail for £1 sterling. Now, I'm not crazy about the packaging because it's really, like, it's plastic and it just kind of feels cheap to me. And I mean, I know it is cheap, but I don't like cheap packaging. But the product I'm so impressed by. So I got, how many of these did I get? Like 7 different eyeshadows. So I got, should have organized this better. So we have, this is shade 1. So it's kind of like an off-white cream. Pearlescent one is what they're called, pearl. So it's really buttery smooth. It's really white kind of yellow colour. Like really good for a really strong highlight on the inner corner, or a really strong one under the brow. The next shade I bought, I'm going to try and do these in numerical order, is shade 16, and this is a matte colour. So you might find that a lot of companies, their shimmery eyeshadows are a lot better quality, and then when it comes to their matte, they can be kind of chalky. They're good quality. I mean, the pigmentation is amazing. This is like a pinky, I don't know if you can see, the lighting is pretty crap. I'm trying to get the very last of the sunlight, and it is before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This weather is just driving me crazy. It's always dark. Yeah, so it's kind of like a pinky, it's very neutral pink, more kind of like for, I'd wear this in the crease or something like that. It's not like a bright pink. It's really buttery, really soft. The pigmentation is great, but I noticed that when you're lifting it up with your brush, like, you get a lot of fallout, or it gets really flaky in this. But I mean, for £1 you really cannot complain. This is a great eyeshadow. So this is shade 19, and this is another matte colour. So it's just a matte dark brown. Really like this colour. I actually don't own a lot of matte dark browns for some reason, and I mean, it's such a good colour to have. Kind of like a poo brown. This is shade 20, and this is a matte black, and when I got this in the post, I kind of panic ordered because it was 40% off. I was just throwing things into my cart, well, not literally, but like add to cart really quickly. And then when this arrived in the post, I'd forgot that I had ordered a matte black, and I was thinking, why did I order a matte black? Because it's so hard to find a good matte black that for £1 I'm definitely not going to find a good matte black. It's definitely not the blackest black that I've ever used. It's actually blacker than it's showing up on camera. It would probably be the equivalent of MAC Carbon. So Matte Carbon I think is a really crap black. It's probably actually better than Carbon. So I'm still really impressed with it. This is shade 24 and this is again another pearl colour. This is kind of a reddy copper kind of colour and I absolutely adore it. The pearlescent shadows definitely have got a better payoff than the matte ones and it's just an absolutely gorgeous. You probably know that I love red eyeshadows, especially on green eyes. They make them pop so much. So if you have green eyes, you need to get a hold of this. This is my favourite of the bunch. This is shade 27. This is another pearlescent colour. It's kind of a gold. It is a gold. It's like a very dark gold. I have all these swatches already up on my blog, so if you go there you're going to get better pictures and pictures of it on my eye as well, with and without flash, so that hopefully you can get a better look than this. And finally I bought number 30, which is this kind of, I didn't realise it's so orange, which I'm not crazy about, but will look absolutely stunning if you have blue eyes. So those eyeshadows, I was so impressed with the quality. They do last all day. If you really want them to last, I would use a base, but I mean I'd say that with any eyeshadow. So for £1 those are stunning and I do hope to one day like collect all of them. Next up I bought 3 blushers. Blushers are something that I never buy. When I'm in a makeup shop and I'm seeing pretty lipsticks, I'm seeing all these lovely eyeshadows, I just never ever think to buy a blusher. And I'm trying to build up my collection, so while I was there I bought 3 blushers. So the blushers again come in this really cheap packaging. I think these are about £1 each as well. This plastic like lid that I hate. But the blushers themselves are quite good. They're a little bit chalky. They're definitely not the smoothest blushers I've ever used, but the pigmentation is really good. This is shade number 1 and it's a pink. Good swatch for you there. So I swatched it here. I have not got my review of these up yet, but I am working on it. I just want to get some good swatch photos, and with this lighting it is pretty much impossible. Shade 3 beside it. So it's a darker kind of orange colour, and this is shade 4 and it's more of a coral peach colour, if you can see there. But the pigmentation is great. They do last all day, so I'm really impressed with these. Probably will collect them all. I also bought some eyeshadow palettes. So these are £4 sterling, so you're talking about €5 for a palette of 12 eyeshadows. They don't have individual names for each of the eyeshadows, but they do have names for the palettes. So this is the Undressed palette and this is the Heaven and Earth palette. So I'll show you the Heaven and Earth palette. I might do a full in-depth review of each palette separately where I swatch all the colours, because there's absolutely no point in doing that now. This video will take forever. Again, the plastic lid, I find these really hard to open as well for some reason, but these are all neutral colours, so they're all browns and creams and kind of a goldy shade here. There's some highlights. Now this is the Heaven and Earth palette, and while I love these colours, I think they're absolutely gorgeous, my one reservation is that every single one of them is a shimmery colour. So there's not one matte shadow. So I actually used this today for the makeup I did. I have like natural makeup on because I was teaching obviously. But I felt like I was putting on so much shimmer because I didn't bring a base colour with me. I was staying at my boyfriend's house. And I really think that you do need a good matte base colour if you're going to use shimmers all over the lid. So that is my one reservation, and that's the reason I don't reach for this palette as much. The Undressed palette, however, is a dupe for the Naked palette, in case you can't guess by the name. But I don't have the Naked palette to show you. I don't have the Naked palette, but you can see here that it has got really similar colours. So it's got all the beiges, golds, browns, and then it's got the greys as well, which I know the Naked palette has. So it's pretty much a dupe for that, and I absolutely love this palette because it's got mattes and shimmers. They're all really good quality, like really good pigmentation and everything. So if you're thinking about getting the Naked palette, I would probably recommend getting this first. See how much use you get out of that, and then see if you really want the Naked palette. Finally I picked up some lipsticks, because the lipsticks are also £1 each. Now the lipsticks are not as impressed. I'm not as impressed with the lipsticks as I was with the eyeshadows. The eyeshadows, the pigmentation was great. They looked similar to how they did on the website. These are really strange. Now here's the first one. This is shade 1. On the website this looked like a really true red. And when I put it on, just swatch it on my arm here. It is actually gorgeous, really pigmented red, so I was really, really happy with this shade. On the lips, they tiny little bit drying after wearing them for a while, but they kind of dry to a stain. So I had mine on for a few hours and I thought for sure that it was completely gone, but when I looked in the mirror I still had the colour there because it had stained my lips, but it did feel a little bit tight, a little bit dry and uncomfortable, but I mean that's with most lipsticks after a while. This is shade 4. So on the website this looked like a neon bright pink, which I love, like those fuchsia pink lipsticks. And then when I got it, in the bullet it looks like Saint Germain by MAC. So I was really upset because I hate that colour. That is one of my most hated colours ever. And then when I swatched it, it's sheer. You can't even see that. It's like a sheer lipstick. You have to put absolutely loads of this on to even see it. And then it's like a really natural sheer baby pink. So I mean, there's nothing on the website to differentiate and tell you if something is really pigmented or if it's a sheer lipstick. Next up, this is shade 10, and I thought this was going to be a really, really dark red because I wanted a true red and then I wanted a really dark berry red. So it looks like this in the tube, which is kind of a browny red colour. And then when you swatch it, it's kind of like, it's like a dark pink. So you can see there. Like, I think this is quite a neutral, everyday colour. I would completely wear this teaching and I wouldn't think that it was too strong. It's like slightly darker than my natural lip colour. It's nothing like a deep red like I thought it was going to be. This is shade 14, which is called, I think it's called Bear. And it's just a nudie kind of colour. It is quite a nude, beigey kind of colour. It's quite nice. And finally, this is shade 15 and it's called Juicy. So some of these have names as well as numbers and other ones just have numbers. But when I ordered this, I thought that it was quite a neutral, like peach toned neutral colour, and it's actually like neon. It's not even showing up as neon on camera as it is in real life. It's an extreme lipstick. It's nearly like a highlighter orange, and I can't really see myself getting much wear out of it because yeah, it's pretty crazy. So that was everything that I ordered, but while they were doing the 40% off, they were also doing that you got 5 free nail polishes with every order. You couldn't pick which ones, they just came with your order. So I got 5 of these in different colours and they're called nail quakes. So I haven't even tried them yet, but I'm pretty sure they're like crackle top coats. So this is called Shiver and it's a bright pink, coral pink. Quite like this one. This is called Quiver and it's this dark royal blue. There's the just black and this is called Jailbreak. There is this purple. This is called Broken Arrow. And finally is this silver, shimmery silver colour, and this is called Shattered Ice. Let's have a look. It's not crackling. Is this normal nail varnish? And I didn't know, because I would totally be already wearing it. Apply Nail Quake over colour for crackle effect. Guys, it's not crackling. Let's just put loads more on and see what happens. This is so streaky and watery, it's horrible. I can safely say that neither of these are crackling. That was my live demonstration of the crackle nail polishes that don't crackle. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful and informative. I'm gonna stop bobbing my head like this because it's really irritating me. And if you want swatches of the single eyeshadows and the lipsticks, they're already on my blog. The rest will be going up soon, so that's all on glamournazi.com. Any additional information about stockists and anything like that, I will post it all on Glamour Nazi. If anyone knows where to get it in the US or if it is available, please tell me and I will post it on the website as well. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you guys soon. And I was like, no, it's the middle of the day. Trying to put things in numerical order. What am I saying? Words. Ew, it's really gross and matte. That feels really gross. Huh.